What's going on? It's Fist bringing you the news like I do. And this is about free-to-play gaming. This is how excited I am about, and if you're coming over from the Fisticuffs video, I'm going to break it down for you in the sense that this is going to change everything. Free-to-play gaming, I know it's been out there. It's been on the tablets. You know, it's come from the iPad. You know, you got games that are free-to-play and the structure and the philosophy, blah, blah, blah. We understand that. But now, I was on the Xbox One, and there was like games like Spartacus, and there was other games that were free to play, and then you had to microtransaction your way up to, you know, if the grind was too hard and so on. So there was like a perfect balance formula that you're looking for to make this amazing new idea to gaming. And why this is amazing, it's amazing in so many ways. Yesterday, I went back to the 360, and usually I play Full House Poker, but a bunch of guys, you know, they were like, yo, check out World Series of Poker, you know, Full House Pro. And I'm like, all right, free to play. So you start out with $2,500, 2,500 chips. That's it. You lose that, you have to come out your pocket, send your ass back to the ATM, and get more chips. So what better incentive? What better metagame is there than the metagame is not to spend money, but to play the game for free? So your hardcore players, it's an amazing metagame, is to play the game for free, not to spend your own money. So there's your capture of the hardcore players right there alone. But let me backtrack. Let me back it up. I want to explain why free-to-play is amazing. One, you're not going to need a DVD anymore. Two, you're not going to need a DVD player in your console. So everything's going to be downloadable, free-to-play. Three, when you have free-to-play, that means everybody's on it. I went to Full House Poker, and I was like, they're gone. Where is everybody? They're on World Series of Poker. Instantaneous games all the time. And it's addictive. Once you hook somebody into a free-to-play game, the money keeps coming in. And then four, it balances itself out automatically to the developers. And it balances out to the developers themselves, meaning that if you make a shitty game, you're going to be held responsible because nobody is going to spend money on your microtransactions. So it's instantaneous. Either your game sucks or it doesn't, because people are going to spend money on it. And that's what's amazing about free-to-play. Also, your hardcore players, their meta game is this. And I said, they're going to want to play your game, but their game to them, the hardcore players to them, is to play for free, not to spend money. So they're constantly going to be beating up the new people who are going to get their ass kicked, and they're going to spend money to compete with the hardcore players. So it's constantly feeding each other. You can't lose. I mean, this concept is amazing for the console. So could you imagine in the future, and the balancing, it balances itself out automatically. So you got these people that play Battlefield that been playing forever, right? And got everything unlocked. And so new guy comes in, they get their ass kicked. New guy comes in, guess what? They're going to spend money on your free-to-play game to be on the same level as a player that's been playing. But they don't got the experience. So they're going to keep losing their expendable items, which would be poker chips, armor, tanks, whatever. They have to go back and rebuy them. So it's like your hardcore players are basically churning the new players for you. They're making money for you. So they should be like paid players for you. This is the most amazing idea. I mean, in the future, excuse me, I gotta sneeze. Oh, thank you. Thank you for blessing me. Anyways, think about this. In the future, I'm going to say right now, you heard it here first. On Fisticuffs channel, I'm going to say either Sledgehammer's game is going to be free to play or Treyarch's game is going to be free to play. I'm saying that right now. Free to play. Because If you had Call of Duty free to play, and you took the philosophy and the psychology of World Series of Poker and applied it to a Call of Duty game, okay? No more dumbass all-in players, because if they lose, they gotta go back to the ATM and get more chips. No dumbass people running around being retarded, because if you take items that are like you have to pay for in order for them to work in the game, like a firing pin, a sight, you know, commando boots, flak jacket that diminishes over. Diminishes over time. I got the hiccups. Diminishes over time. All this stuff, when you get into a Call of Duty game, there's bazillion combinations that a hardcore player can earn, that the metagame is not to spend money to beat up noobs. Then the noobs keep spending money because they keep being beat up by hardcore players. And it's just an endless cycle. You talk about buying the game for $60 and then getting the DLC for $49.99. Within the first day, you put the piece of cheese on the rope and say, okay, you make it between $20 and $60 to have a certain functionality of the game. And then if they get beat out of that, they're going to spend another $60. You'll have people spending on Call of Duty, instead of them spending $120, they'll probably spend $200 or $300 over the term of the game. And it'll be amazing, because you whoop someone's ass and be like, take your ass back to the ATM and go get that flak jacket, son. You can't hang. And it'll force people to be good. You'll force people to play. You'll force people to play the game the way it's supposed to be played. And if it's a free-to-play game for us gamers, then we got a right to bitch about stuff that needs to get fixed, because we're paying for shit. Because if they don't fix it, then nobody's going to buy their microtransaction. It's a win-win for everyone. I don't know how Call of Duty cannot be free-to-play game in the future. It's just, it's unfathomable. I couldn't imagine Call of Duty Ghosts not being free. So, with that being said, I think that the next Call of Duty Ghosts game is going to be free to play. There's just too many meta games within the free game itself not to be considered. It's just an amazing. I mean, could you just imagine? Can you imagine, like, certain guns, like you could go to the store and then the updates would be awesome. Like, you're a hardcore player and you've been beating up on people, you build up so much money, and they got a store where there's certain weapons that you can unlock. And then if you're a newbie and you want that weapon, you can just go buy it. And then it's amazing. And when I look at a full World Series of Poker, and I look at it, and I say to myself, the philosophy, the psychology, mind-fucking people, talking shit, you know, and the competitiveness and the fun of talking shit, the fun of sending people to the ATM. This is amazing. And I don't know what else to say. I mean, I'm sure somebody could do a better outline than me on the details of the pros and cons of online gaming. But there's just too many pros to online gaming. And people are going to say, oh, man, you're going to lose a certain amount of crowd. Man, you're going to gain an amount of crowd. You're going to gain a whole nother portion of the community of people that would never have played your game. Of course, you're going to lose people. So what? But you're gonna triple your money on the people that you do gain and new subscribers to, or new fans of the free-to-play system. I would not make a game unless it was free-to-play. Just wouldn't do it. Because that's how much I would believe in my quality. And not only that, the way I would set up the psychology of the puzzles to navigate through the free-to-play game that would entice people and addict them to my game. That is the encompassness of free-to-play. And that's why I think free-to-play is going to take over the console. Anyways, until next time, it's your boy Fist. Peace, now get the fuck out of here.